And then this is a darker, I believe it's called a Detroit Dark is the name of this one. I can't remember the name of the other beet.
Early Wonder.
Early Wonder, thank you.
Hello. It's time to process beets, according to Miss Kelly. I'm getting my gloves on. These will probably be more for when we go to peel the beets because I don't want to have pink or red hands for a few days. So we've got a few hours. It's Sunday. We've got a few hours in between services, so we're going to go ahead and get her beets, and then we're going to take them through the harvest rate. So I'm going to get these out of the ground, get them as cleaned up as I can, knock off the soil. I'm going to trim tops. The greens will go to the chickens. And that one's a little small. We'll leave it. That one's a little small. I think I remember these two. They had cutworms, which we use the BT, and it's the bacteria that kills caterpillars. So those I'm going to leave. We'll try to get about 10 of them. I think that'll be enough for today. Like I say, Kelly wants to can some and pickle them, but it's a time thing. We don't really want to start the canning process today. We want to wait till we have more time. But that's one thing we're thinking. The harvest rate is good because once we get them cut and onto the trays, we can leave it. It'll take about 24 hours, so that'll be good. These are tennis ball size, most of them so far. We've had some a little bigger, like baseballs. Kelly's the one that likes beets, but I will eat them since we grew them. I know they're supposed to be good for you. Got another patch down here. I will move on down and get those. We'll do a little processing here. There's a couple of these that don't look too good, so I'm going to give a couple of these directly all to the chickens. Say all the tops are going to them. Trim those roots off a little bit. Then we'll be ready to go inside and we'll start peeling.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Life in Every Season. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're kind of actually starting to put away the first of our harvest. It's beets. So we decided today to use the Harvest Right freeze dryer for these. We're going to make beet powder to use in soups and as a flavoring. Right now what I'm doing is Bruce went out and harvested these from our garden, and what I'm doing right now is I'm washing them and I'm taking the peeling off of them. And what I plan to do is to slice them in fairly, between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch thick slices, and we're going to put them in the freeze dryer. They are raw. I want to keep as much of the nutritional integrity of the beet as possible. I do plan to pickle some here as soon as my next batch of beets come in. We just don't have the time today to be able to do it, but it's just time that they get taken care of. So now the chickens have something.
Yep, I will take that to the chickens. I saw this one spot on that one. So I'm going to go back to the garden after I give this to the chickens. Jury's out on whether they like them or not. I'm going to plant bush beans back where the beets came out, so it's almost the second week of July. We should get at least one picking.
Yeah, we should.
Should get two since it's in the polytunnel, but I'm going to go do that.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to slice up these beets and start putting them on my trays. These are actually fairly tender. I was really shocked at how easily the skins came off. So I am making them a little bit kind of chunky. And we will just see how many I can get on a tray. It's not a huge harvest, but I really didn't plant that many. I like beets, especially pickled, and roasted with a little bit of, got away from me, roasted with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and they're just awesome. Bruce, on the other hand, tolerates them. So that's why I didn't do a huge beet planting, because I can only eat so many. And yes, the reason I'm wearing rubber gloves is we have a function that we're going to this evening, and I didn't want pink fingernails and pink hands. So that is why we've got the surgical gloves on. I am curious because I have never had it. I know you make borscht with beets. Is it any of you people out there aficionados on how to make borscht? I'm curious. I've never tried it, but I think I'd like to learn to at least do something a little different from just plain old pickled beets. So I'm going to finish cutting these up and layering them on our trays, and then I'll get back to you here shortly. As you can see, I have got my beets all sliced, and as I was just telling Bruce, I don't remember the exact names of both of the beets that I planted this year, but as you can tell, this one is a very different variety from this one. You can see the white, there's a little white rings in this one. And then this is a darker, I believe it's called a Detroit Dark is the name of this one. I can't remember the name of the other beet.
Early Wonder.
Early Wonder, thank you.
And I don't like beets, as far as I know.
She's
going to make me eat them.
I'm going to make him eat them. I already told him that you don't love them.
I'm loading this because look at the height. We'll have another video putting the shelf up. It lasted 24 hours overnight.
We are so happy.
Yeah.
So we're circling back on the end of our video with our freeze-dried beets. We're a little behind the 8 ball. This has taken place a few weeks ago, and we didn't get a chance to actually film what the beets looked like coming out of the harvest right. But what we ended up doing is putting them in their Mylar packets with an oxygen absorber and sealing it. But just to give you an idea, this is those same beets. I pickled these this morning, and they turned out just as beautiful as the other ones did when I was showing you on the tray. But just to give you an idea of just how this wonderful machine functions, these are some of our snacks. We freeze-dried bananas and apples. Now, I didn't put any lemon juice on the apples, but they still kept a lot of their color. And they still taste amazing. Everybody that I have shared this with could not believe how much sweeter the fruit actually gets when you freeze dry it. So it's been busy on the farm. The beets are done. We did do some sauerkraut today. Like I said, this is several weeks out, so we're just kind of circling back to the OK Corral and finishing up the beets. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. It's been a long one for us because we've done a lot of work, but it's been well worth it. Hope you guys will come back and see us again, and if this information was helpful, we hope that you'll hit that subscribe button and the like button. It helps us. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your weekend.